Yeah. This boy out of pocket. Yo, what up, everybody? What's up, fam? What's up, fam? You in the basement with your boy. Next step in.
Kay, from recording from a remote location. I can't tell
Yeah,
you where I'm
Dr.
calling
Cows,
from.
please. I love it. I love it. Yo, happy Sunday, fun day, man. Happy that y'all here with us on this amazing Sunday. We're gonna be talking, man. We're gonna be talking. You know what I'm saying, about this NFC South this week. We're gonna get into the NFC South. We're gonna have a special guest. Somebody hit me up and said they want to get on today, so we will have that special guest. You know, and before we start talking about the football situation, you know, we will have that special guest in here very soon. Um, but Kyle, I mean, I'm about to call you Kyle because I'm looking at them plaques and stuff,
Man,
and I
listen.
damn sure know you ain't no doctor. So put this in
I
perspective.
am a doctor.
Okay, bring the mic down, okay? You gotta bring the mic. You ain't even using it.
Nope.
No,
That'll be
the mic, man.
pause.
Big pause. Woo! No, that was a good one. No, you hot right now. Horrible jersey in Dr. Kyle's office with that jersey on.
I'm straight. I'm straight
right now.
Yeah, I'm straight perpetrating right now. I'm perpetrating, boy.
How's your weekend, my brother?
Oh man, weekend is good. As you know, like I'm here in Dr. Kyle's office of residence where he does his podcast. Shout out to the Black Psychologist podcast.
Shout out.
Yeah, Kyle's out today. He should be back. He also told you he sends his regards, to the show and everything. Also, don't forget to send your emails just in case you guys are interested in doing the fantasy football. Whenever you want to do it, he said either the 28th or I think he said the 4th or something like that. Something like one of those dates. Yeah. Other than that, man, just I got a chance. To go to the pool on Friday. And I'm pretty much dog sitting over here. That's why, I'm over here at Kyle's and whatnot. And I'm over here dog sitting midnight. Come on. It's good. Yeah, come on up. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, it's fun. I'm not really a dog person like that, but but walking midnight and just, playing around with her as she follows you around the whole place and stuff like that, like it makes you like want to go get a dog because she's like super
friendly. What kind of dog is she?
I know it's a retriever. It's a retriever and something else mixed in. Like very friendly dog. She's a hugger. Like, you leave her alone for about maybe like a minute. Like she's gonna come find you. Like no rap. Like where's the ball at? Other than that, I pretty much just chilled. Ate up everything in the house. Shout out to the fridge. Shout out to the fridge. Oh yeah, Dad's chilling. Dad's at home chilling. He won't be video bombing. He won't be video bombing today for all you Kenneth Osborne senior fans out there. He won't be photo bombing today. My question to you is: Did you get a chance to see the pro-am yesterday with LeBron and all them?
Actually, I didn't, and I didn't even know nothing about it. I was in the mix of doing a whole bunch of stuff yesterday.
Working, probably doing cornhole and stuff like that.
I'm in the process of finishing the theater room. I'm still doing the cornhole boards. I'm on my craft man. Renovation type joint. What else I did yesterday? I cut hair yesterday, and then I'm doing my little nephew. He's got a clothing line going on. So I'm helping out. I'm doing his hats, and he's trying to start his little clothing line. So I'm doing.
Is that the hat that you have on? Is that one of them? Is that one of the products?
Not one of them. Yeah, we ain't getting nothing done yet, but
I like that drawing though. Is that one of your things or?
Yeah, but I ain't put my logo on it. But I got five. They don't even make these drawing no more. These are super comfortable too.
Ooh, what's that? Nylon or something like that?
Yeah, they like the polyester.
Yeah, you need to pass off, yo. I need a hat like that. I like those hats. Those are five.
As soon as I find a place to get them in both, that ain't.
Them 5-panel caps. I like those.
We gonna get right into it, man. But our special guest that we've been trying to get on here for a couple weeks is in the building.
Oh,
My
Mr.
my guy.
Kyrie
hey,
McKee himself.
Mister
My guy.
Mister 221 Press himself.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Mr. Kyrie McKee, the founder of
Mhm.
EDU Education First Basketball, who all we've been pumping every week, showing
Yep,
love
yep.
to my little bro, cuz what I even gonna call him. Um, we've been saluting you and your business aspect of where you
Mhm.
came from to where you are today in the legendary 21st and Belfield Recreation Center. That it
My
went down in my
God.
time, but it's
Mhm.
glad to see that you holding stuff down over there. But without further ado, Mr. McKee, how's everything with you?
Man, everything good, man. Working with little body hurt. We just got on down 20th and Tasker, so just man, but
Mhm.
other than that, everything's good. Still waiting for our shorts and apparel, you know.
Oh no, we not even gonna do that. We not gonna do that because I
Goods to
maybe
come
call Shiz and
in,
Diddy right
man.
now. Maybe call Shiz and Diddy
Good.
right now. And matter of fact, I'm gonna look at this Facebook, this messenger, because I'm gonna tell you the date in which I dropped the stuff off. All right. Yup. Yeah. Yup. Yep. I sent it on. I dropped them off in July, yo. July 12th.
I'm bad. I saw they all said, "Oh man, yeah, you got the stuff all for you, man." Every time I come there, and get it, man. That's much
Diddy got it at the crib,
appreciated.
and I saw Shiz at funeral, and then at the
Uh
repast, me and Shiz was talking because he had just came back from AC with the family, took the family out of the AC and everything, and then me and Shiz talking. I was talking to Shiz. I said, "Yo, tell Kai to get the stuff." He said he still ain't get it. I said, "Yeah, it's at Diddy crib." He's like, "I don't know why." Listen,
Yeah,
I ain't
nah,
don't try to put that
I'm
on me, Kai.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop
Yeah,
because I'm up here, man. I'm gonna sit up.
yeah, you make sure you do
Yeah,
that. But what's going on with you now? What's going on with the open runs? Let us know what's going on with the Education
man.
First
One
Kyrie
of
Foundation.
the things that we looked at, man, we just had to figure to give our kids a way. Um, think a lot of the things that look at sports is one way, right? Right, it's NBA,
Mm-hmm.
right, or high division 1 school, right? All of these programs, and you know that rightfully so wants to be a part of something. You want to be the elite guys, then you have that opportunity, right? You have that to those programs, or there's no consistency, right? There's no
Mm-hmm.
consistency. Then there's no consistency because everybody's bouncing around, and if you or you look at society now, the norm for 5, 6, 7, 8 teams, and playing for those teams could be beneficial for the when the kid can't help that team no more. The
Right.
program can't go and act around to play for all these different teams. Ideally, the coach don't like me, or I'm not getting. They're not looking at it's probably 10 guys who all play the same way, right? 10 guys on the team that all play the same. Then the guys who are going to play are the guys at that moment, right? So there's no real to how those kids are being developed. Take those same kids and you can with a group of kids not that talented, there's a big fall off. So education first was developed to help the
Mhm.
kids who blue collar guys. They're not going to be the guys who are going to come after. So these are guys maybe have just started playing, have a skill set, but they're not as or these guys are teams um, because nobody with them, right? Nobody's telling. They have the of being able to play, but they don't actually have the set to put it together. So I think us, it's just like, hey, you will learn to play the right way, right? And we're not going be a place where you could come out. We're going up and down, right? So short term, you could be in program where you could say, okay, I can play with these guys, being able to make a bounce pass now that I can pass to the open guy, or I shoot, or I know how to play defense. Program and what we look like, it might not look, and it might not be appeasing to you, but we're trying to teach our kids is to be consistent and put in effort. You don't just wake up to the gym or go to these leagues or go to these just because you like basketball that you play, right? So it's a mental that you have to prepare these kids for education. The first is that it's a there's not, I'm not in a place to say someone else's or that we compare with other kind of product that I'm in now. And part of it, I've seen what hard work do. Being a blue collar guy, you looking at a guy who wasn't athletic, who couldn't do the things that some of the other, so we had to work for it, right? Part of the process is like, you can't just go to the gym for 1 hour and think that you can't just go to the gym in a week and think that's enough. This is a job. And I think the entitlement of the parents and coaches dilutes. If you're good for the moment, whatever you can do, right? You're picking up kids, you're dropping off kids, them uniforms. Everybody's sitting there actually going to the playground for 4 hours, to run for 4 hours, eating right. All of those different areas consist of turning your player. Nobody wants to do the process at work, but nobody wants to go. And part of the process is you up in the morning, doing dress, going to school, shooting in school, going to class, doing everything right consistently, and then going all of this stuff over and over each day. It's 2-3 times a day. So those things are what's missing from art. And again, it's so easy for if you don't art that somebody can say, "Oh, I'll just try to go there. I'll just reclass. I'll just do this." Nobody want to go through the process and competing. If it's 4 school that play the same position, you're going nowhere.
Right.
We're going to figure this out, and we're going to see in a healthy way, right? We're going to go to a space where for this position, but of competitiveness, right? So but I might play the most minutes on Tuesday, but on Wednesday, but I might not play the most. Okay with that, right? As a unit, we get in this place so selfish, man, that reshape what hard work looks like and what entitlement is to come, and our parents, right? Because something too, and a lot of the time, the parents are trying to live through, and part of the other price who are coaching the kids in personal, but they're not. They have minimum basketball community, and what they have so much power old kids are making today. Each his own, right? I have nothing, but there has to still, or a baseline. You teach our kids developmental skills that they not just being able to play in my idea is that when a kid gets done with them, and I don't care where they play at, will be equipped, or I would have idea that they've seen this before. Man-to-man defense is. They know what 3-2 zone is. They know how to run a back screen. They know how to pin down. Determine how basketball looks like. They've heard it. I go to the playground and I look, these guys talking about, and they're okay to prove middle school and high school, and then we wonder why we we have a hard time in the suburbs, right? You look at the NBA structure has shifted where these guys are the lottery picks now. A lot of those different things are where we, with education. The big thing is, one, we have to teach our kids about education, bro. People all go to college, and college is not everybody.
That's true.
Stop preaching that, bro.
Absolutely.
You have to have a skill set. Not only do you have to have a skill set in the world, because the jobs of today, jobs that give you a livable wage, some sort of certification or degree, right? So I'm away from the guys that want to be carpenters, or we need those guys too. And being able to do those different skill sets, we need all of that stuff is good. But we can't just shortcut life and shortcut our ways as it is. And I think so much we put so many entertainer that we don't talk about, right? So when you go to the NBA, talking about the statistician who's sitting in the year that keeps the stat for the whole, and talking about the guy, the cameraman. We're not talking about the marketing people, public relations. We're not even talking about the owner. Owner can give a player a $2 million contract for 4 years. Figure out what he's doing.
Right.
We don't talk about the neighbors, guys. Right. The guy that lives next pocket, what is he doing? Right. Live next to LeBron. Right. Those are the to try to highlight and make sure our kids are equipped with it, because right. So even in a lot of our kids, and they love to dance, they do, but it has to be the actual entertainer to be successful. It's okay. It's okay to be the guy who produce the songs, who the cameraman, to make the T-shirts, the marketing guy. Same thing like that. Formula runs the one. When you look at poverty, socioeconomic piece of it, nobody's there to tell our kids you don't have to get rich quick scheme. You got to play the long, short term. It works for some, but you have to figure out the long game. And the long game, generational wealth, right? It creates ownership. Now their kids are good. That bus with our parents and our, that education first things are the thing, and make sure that those things. So again, be able to beyond the 12-mile neighborhood, right? You don't want to go to North, want to go to West Philly, or how about the world in Asia, right? How about the world in in South? About we again expand those boxes that we live in, and domestic that California, right? The Midwest is great. New York, you can go to your neighboring state, Jersey and New York and Delmore, DC, and see what those doesn't off they have to be the hood. But a big thing for me is that all of our kids, they want to go so much greater and so much bigger, giving the opportunity for you guys. You might like it, right? Absolutely. We went to Ocean City. The city I took my 8th grade and 9th grade city. You figure we had guys, 17 of them never been to, right? And it's like walking on the beach with Tim's on, and everybody else in their swimwear to experience that and memories that we're trying to create. Yeah, you understand? That's just like, y'all don't see it, look at y'all. And that now they feel bad, now they want to go, but we have to have this, guys like you guys who have these platforms where we talk, but it has to be, and you have to involve them. You got to talk and have conversations. We need to be talking to them, their pain and their hurt, and then try to make it what they have. You know, for me, I come from this area. You know what I'm saying? That's not just went and said, okay, I'm gonna go here. Home. I was driving, coming from work down 21st Street. I looked, seen 4 kids in the playground on the basketball court on there. They was just shooting on the backboard. And I pulled over and I went in there. I asked them, where's the courts at? Or whatever. So I went inside and we talked to the director and we went, went to dig some rims, put them up. That's where, that's where it started. That's how it started. So in October of 21, that's where it started at. And from there, I got a few people in, and it just grew a little bit to get to the place that we are. It mixed signals because, local people and all other people with influence I by there all the time, bro. And who haven't been open, they see that. So, me, myself, again, for me, so whatever I can do to provide that same source that was provided for me, I want to make sure that I can, be able to get it back. Doesn't mean that it has to be. It's just time, bro. There's nobody that can pay me what I'm worth every day and be there, right? So with the money is the time, and my impact first is impact won't be the time that's invested in those kids' communities that they're not getting that home, getting from the people that provide. Those kids know when I come to every day that I'm safe to eat, and I got somebody to talk to care, and I got somebody that for who I am, good, bad, and be who I am. Whatever that look, whoever they are, they get to be who the specific time slot that I'm there. It happens when they go back. How to work on that again. So in that process, it's just like that day a week or 2 days a week. I'm up there Sunday, so it's consistency, right? Those kids that for from 6 to 6, and then on Saturdays from 7 to 9, I have somewhere to go and be, right? And it's a lot of sacrifice, my own personal life, right? So I got my own kids, I got my own personal life thing. Has to be a balance, and it has to both sides, right? Or what the big one. And you look at the the P35th district has instrumental with the support 24/7, right? So again, they're not stopping anything, but at least I having police officers, are patrolling the area, sitting and give parents and a sense that safe space for right now. At least we have some, right, to try to provide the safety issues that can go on. And if you look at, so you look at some of these rec centers and all of those different things. So I get it, but we can't live in fear. All of these things that people talk about, young people,
absolutely,
out the city and moving away and doing bro, that's good. But if we continue, people who have access, the people who have money, the intellect, if we all get in the way, who's going to help them, right? Who's going to be the role model? A bunch of people that's coming from experience some form of trauma need leadership. You have the blind leading the blind. Back is like, man, I got to get out of here. It's the same. Pick a school or a university, man. I need to get my in Philadelphia. Well, guess what? When you Chicago, the same thing's there. New York, the same thing is there. Alabama, the same thing is there. He have to, come and collectively to make sure that responsibility. I know I was talking a lot, but think of it is to make sure we provide those places where we go. So if you look at, on Monday, Wednesday, and some of the days that we're in the gyms. So Monday, p.m. to 8 p.m., like the skill and drill development. On Saturdays, we I was early at 6:30 in the morning. I mean, there's different groups come in and we work there. Thursdays, that's our straight. And we go in there from 6. On Wednesday nights, we have some clinicians that come in, and those are our group days, right? So some different experience, and we try to take some time, an hour or a half hour, where we just talk, and we have group session and therapeutic session. We talk about the music. We talk about how that's impacted space where you can share your thoughts. Judge zone. It's a safe zone. You come in, you should have people come in, and we like to have these conversations and to share their thoughts. And then we try to fix it. If anything that you should, one, I'm a mandated reporter, so anything in the board that I feel is endangering to you, we'll try to put those things in. But the other, getting our young people connected to service, that may help them, right?
Right.
And that be afraid to get help,
right?
Afraid to seek help, or we all. So your problem is a bit different than mine, but I got problems. I need people to talk to, and I go to people and I share my thoughts, and they give me advice what I can, and I leave what I don't. But support system, and that's the thing that CPs come in that we want to let. And the sad part about that part is, bro, around that Belfield area, there are about elementary schools that I've reached out to get them involved and try to make some connection with it, and there's nothing there. So in same high schools, but what's troublesome for me is that we watch the news and we hear all these things say, well, how can I help, or what can I reach out to them? Mm-hmm. Now everybody do this to the people that I care about. Don't say, I would rather you just be quiet, say anything, then you go and like, hey, let me know what I can do. We need more support in the school, because the moment the first thing all of the is, well, the school needs mentors. We need that. Well, guess what? There's grassroots people, and we're reaching out to y'all, not responding for whatever. Right. So
I think a lot of that is because there's not a face that they feel as though they can portray, to put out there, to say, like, if your brother, your uncle came, if Aaron came, if Blue came to that school and said the same thing, they'll be right on it, because it's a face that they can market with the school. They're not looking at it as Kyrie is trying to help out. The guy next door to you that's just trying to be the football coaches that's in the youth programs.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are not getting paid, but they may not be the face of a franchise or something like that they can tag to. So they say there's no help, but it's help out there for like people like yourself, or even when I was out there, trying to give out my time of mentorship and stuff like that. If they don't have a name, a big name or face to put along with it, they kind of like question it. But then as soon as your uncle, if you walk in there with your uncle, there's a whole different conversation, and that's crazy. But I see what you're saying.
All, yeah, and that's all the way. That's 1,000, and it's the sad part. And these leadership, right? It's not like or somebody else. This is a person. They again, die. How many people has to happen before the narrative? It's not the celebrity. I don't need a celebrity.
Right.
I don't want that. I feel like you guys who has this platform that's talking it out, and we get to hear it. You guys, people that are on the ground, and again, as you progress and you make yes, you can get people to come in and invite, there because it's added support, right? That's versus what you have when you have something, but the work has to, and if the work doesn't get started, that person who you think I am, we're in the same place, right? We're going to be stuck until a rapper come around, entertainer come around, or somebody of influence. But what kind of message is that? Hey, you have to be this kind of response, right? I'm only going to help you have this level of celebrity status, or I have these status. It's like our kids with uniforms, or kids don't have proper hygiene, or our kids don't come there and they're acting out. Oh, this kid. What you don't know is that this kid haven't eaten, right? Or this kid had to watch, and so they don't, and they're adulting at 6. So the responsibilities that this 12 has for his household is insane. Right? We need those things in there, and we wonder why. But it's part of the process for what we're going to try to, bridge that gap, right? We want to, and it's a community, and it's a shared responsibility. So we need hands on deck for what we're doing, and we want our kids to have fun, right? And to have fun. But one thing I will, with us, there is nobody's held accountable, right? If practice starting at 6:05, you're not allowed. You can't work. You got to wait till tomorrow, right? It's a privilege to be with me. I ain't no privilege. This is a space that I am who I am. Like, I don't know I am who I am, and this is what y'all need to figure out. Public need to figure out a way to get there without you come late. That's not what this is about. If you come in, send people home, right? You're going to and the that we set forth for the program. And again, it just again, we not coming in here and not be cursing. I look, oh, my fault, Mr. Carmino. But at least I know that, and they've heard that this is not what we're doing. So those things are in there, and it's that we want. We don't turn anybody out of the skill level you're at. Everybody, and again, blue collar guys, man, and again, it just come and work hard, man. Don't, it's because we only get one opportunity. I mean, I know, and we want to talk about school racism, and bro, we get one shot. We get less that we can be at whatever it is we want. And I don't even care if you're an entrepreneur or you're the janitor. The moment and they got to make a decision, you're the first to go. And that, we create a space is okay, but you learn from your mistakes. We don't. So we talk about, again, build character and integrity. We want to put things in play where responsible for something. Don't, and you could, live life free, no matter if somebody's taking care of you. What has your contribution to society? What is your give back you've done? And that's the main focus that we share with the guys and girls. Because at the end of the day, to be brutally honest, nobody care, bro. Nobody care.
Right.
Nobody don't care. When y'all out hearing about, books, and they don't care, bro. Tell me how many administrators came to these gyms. Tell me how many people, principals or superintendents. Tell me who let me know when. They'll get on news when you die. Won't see them, while you and trying to do the right thing. So please, who come in and put this time, it doesn't necessarily mean that this will be a family member, right? It'd be a stranger, somebody that do that thing. So yeah, man, that's what we stand on. And again, we just create that opportunity for the
and we appreciate you Kai.
the best, you know.
We
So
definitely appreciate you for everything that you're doing because it's easy. People don't understand how easy it is for you to tag your uncle and other fellow successful
hmm
family members that you have in your family that I know personally because we grew up that way. And I was under Blue at one time when he was with the Sixers and everything, and hanging,
hmm
training you and Sean all the time, and
hmm
being in the gym with y'all. So it's easy for you to tag Aaron along with you to promote it, but you're not doing that because that's how your grandma, your mom, and everybody raised
hmm
y'all. Stand on your own. Stand on your own.
Yep.
They there, but if you don't need them, no reason to call them. And I applaud you heavily for that because some people don't understand that part. They hear that, they see that McKee last name, but they don't know everything that the intangibles that goes along with it. And for you to come back to the neighborhood to give back and do the things that you're doing for those kids, they just don't. Those kids just don't understand the the progress that it took for you to get to where you're at. You were
hmm
successful at basketball education wise, and you came back to the neighborhood to give back. You know what I'm saying? Sean gives back to neighbor. Aaron gives back
hmm
to the neighborhood, but they don't do it for the quote unquote clout and attention that's needed. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to do it and doing it respectfully and trying to help out. And if you're not getting that push that others should be jumping along and saying, you know what, we need more people like you. Where do you land? It's like, what am I doing all this for besides myself, along with these kids that need it? Who's gonna help me help them? You know what I'm saying? I only could do but so much, and you only can do but so much, and that's honest truth. How much, no matter how
hmm
much stuff we try to do on our own, it's you can do it by yourself. You can do it. No, not actually. We can do a lot by ourselves, but we also need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and bro, and it's like, and what people don't get to that point, bro, we can do it, bro. You know, but everybody wants to be so independent. Maybe it's an illness or a sickness. That's, I think, um, success area for people of color. Right?
Mhm.
Unfamiliar. We it's hard for us to accept it. Like even with the kids, when you give them a compliment, they won't even, right? Because that's not what they're
Yep.
used to. They're so
Yep.
chaos and they're so used to living in survival mode that if you say think you're trying to play them, right? That's
Mhm.
like a
Yep.
by giving a compliment, and it's, oh, you
Yep.
look nice. What?
Right.
Never. But if I come there on some angry,
You
you know,
accept it.
and it's like even with Aaron, people don't. I don't Aaron or and our because our relationship to me is right. It's a sacred relationship over years, and we're not too. The relationship that he's right. He's a brother. He's my uncle. He's a cousin.
Mhm.
He's a disciplinary. All hats that he wore for me on. I don't. For we share the same name, so it's not many. You know, it that I make and the things that I do. We had a conversation about that. Now it's not
Mhm.
openly and doing things about what we've been, and we had our, and the more I've developed some of my own decisions. So
Right.
any relationships and days where we agree to disagree.
Right.
The
Yep.
love there and the support always there, bro. And
Always
it's
there.
never a
Exactly.
people don't want to go. Even like with this back, understand, bro. The NBA has only 5 years, bro, and
Mhm.
there's only been 4,000 actually dressed in the NBA
NBA
uniform. My
uniform.
uncle was
Yep.
blessed to play
10 years. Yep.
13 years of those. I
Mhm.
was there every step of the way,
Yep.
along with me being a game and being a player, bro. This to the kids, I watched it. I look like, bro. I seen the
Yep.
other side. I said, so you guys can, do bro, but I seen it. I seen
Mhm.
hard work
Firsthand.
does, and not just with Aaron with that Gref.
Everybody
I
around
seen the work done
Sheed, everybody, yep.
with the guys that came. You got to realize when I went to, I never thought, have that opportunity to, because when I got there, you had 9 All-Americans. Now, where's this little guy going to fit America, right? And 5 of them and 4 of them on the bench.
Yep.
The basketball guys, and you look at guys like John Hart Young and Kyle Williams and all these different guys that that just throughout the city, senior, and all the other guys that to the basketball community in itself that they were for the kid, strings attached, and they would do that you had what you need perspective from academic disciplinary, and they were the extended coaches, they were the extended family players, and you would confide in them, and the guidance that they gave you wasn't of the child and the family. That's not the same today, right?
Not at all.
That's not the same.
Today
for
it's all about
me,
benefits for them.
Yeah, but what we have changed the landscape, and again, I'm not for anything that anybody does to, but at the end of the day, those should be the message. And I get it, times have changed, things have changed, but one thing, bro, was just being right. Integrity is big, bro, and you can't, sacrifice for personal. Have so many people that's in your service responsible for. So if you're make sure that you're good, and maybe you want to just focus on them then, and let 50 or 30 go somewhere else where they're going, right? And now it could be more respect all these different people that you're an agenda, and your agenda, everybody, then somebody's right. And if they get left out, I have a kid that play for 4 or 5 different, not by choice, but they make it. Our kids are being, so now you talk about depression, you talk about all these different areas that hurts the kid, and now you got to rebuild them back up, and you got to go, and then they fall into that same trap, and it happens. Like I said, for me, I seen it. What two-a-day with conditioning do. I saw nights without eating, homelessness do. I seen what alcohol do. I coming from a single parent home does. As family looks like. I seen it all. June 14th, 9715, bro. I seen all that stuff in New York City at Madison. Man was drafted in the first round by Portland. I remember it like yesterday. That you got to understand that, and what your things can do if you, and you looking at a guy who wasn't. You looking at a guy that had some issues, had to make some calls and do everything with all of the hard work. And how crazy this is. You looking at a guy for years was player for college basketball, averaging, and didn't even know he was going to be drafted. Right? So now you got a guy averaging 2 points, 3 points being drafted. It's just like, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You got guys who, just become cool with this program. I play with this program. School I want. No effort, bro. And then the moment they don't get what they want, and make all these different sacrifices for them, leads them to a road of failure, bro. A road of failure, because you don't have nothing to stand on. So it's easy for you to, right? It's easy for you to move. It's easy for you because you developed all, and it's easy, to keep changing cell phone company. Real simple, bro. There's no commitment, right? 1 week you with teacher at Verizon. Next week you with 8. That's how simple it is for you to leave. How simple it is for you to just keep being something. And when you don't have commitment, right? The one thing I will always, that I was taught from Coach Allen, is just anything you do, you leave no doubt in the coach's mind or you leave no doubt in your teacher's mind, that you leave no doubt in your employer's mind job. That way there won't. But when you come into work late on the job, you're not turning in your half-assing through practice, or you're doing, oh, okay, he's not serious about this. I'm gonna go get me somebody who, oh, this guy not coming in, I'm gonna give him disciplinary action. Now you fired. My phone coming cool. I could just go get another cell phone. I can go get. They're coming out with so many different you for failure. Right? The bill on time, bro. You can keep your phone. Worry about that. If you do these things, you wouldn't need, right? If you do what you're supposed to do, opening up all these schools, or opening up all, we're setting our folks up, coming out every year with something for success, for failure. They don't. We don't invent things for new. They invent stuff for failure. We can pay your bill, so we're gonna give you a prepaid card. We're gonna keep minimizing and giving you in time. For me, where I came from, bro, what you kill, bro. We.
Yep. Very true.
You know.
Very true.
Man. So yeah, that's where we are, and that's what our motto is, man. Just trying to hope and reshape the future, beloved. That's all. Where they need to be. I see my man sitting back there, wall. They need to see that, bro. See that. They need to see those days, what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? You got. They need to see this, man, and we we highlight you
right there,
guys
Kyle.
when it's there.
It's his jersey that's throwing all that off back there, man. That's a Jets jersey.
Yeah. I don't see the jersey, bro. I ain't even tripping on that. That white tee on to me. I ain't even looking.
Kyle, you an
Wall
Eagles fan,
is where
Kyle?
it's at.
You a 4 for 4, Kyle?
Absolutely an Eagles fan.
All right, Kyle.
I hope y'all Eagles
out of here, because this is getting really out of pocket right now.
You a Dallas guy?
You know it. You see it back there.
Come
on, Kyle. You do that since we was young.
You let me talk.
We used to stay having those arguments.
And he a Dallas guy already.
Oh,
got suckered with the Jets fan. Deal with this. Delete all this.
Listen,
over.
Kyle. Yo, we appreciate you jumping on with us this morning. Pause. You welcome to, bro, fam. We family. You can anytime you want to jump on the show. Just hit me up, let me know. But I know for a fact you probably gonna want to be here live when we go over the NFC East, because it's gonna be pandemonium. We can have up to 10 to 12 guests on here, and we just gonna go at it when we get to the NFC East. But this is my family.
Oh my God!
Out of pocket, Kyrie. Okay, your sound messed up. I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh, now I can't hear. I heard him earlier, but I can't.
Yeah.
Hear.
Oh boy. See, this is what I have to go through it with this boy. He been good for the last like 3-4 weeks. He ain't been messing up. But now,
look what Jersey got on. This is what he go through, bro.
There you go, Kyle.
He used to, man. I hear we just this.
Oh, Kyle, man, I love you. I love you, fam.
Love you, bro.
I appreciate everything
you guys, man.
You're doing.
Keep it up, man.
I'm always here for you if you need me, and if I can help out any kind of way. Make sure you get those shorts and stuff from Diddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them today, man.
Call Shiz as soon as you get off. Call Shiz. Tell him, yo, cousin left me the shorts and stuff, and I ain't get them.
Yeah,
try to get
I'm going. I'm going to get them, man. I'm going to.
Yeah, you
get them.
Plus,
I'll talk to you offline, man. Dude, man.
Yeah, it's a pair for you, and I think I gave you 3 more pairs to get out to the kids. So if they have kind of,
sure we get it over to you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all got back in a couple minutes.
Yeah, you back,
talks, bro.
Hey, you back?
Yeah.
Still can't hear
Come
you.
on, man.
Yeah.
Take
Here you go. He gonna start his
your
best,
joint and start
man.
working.
Yeah. But Kai, let the people know how they can get in contact with you about education first. Give them your Facebook, your Instagram,
And
and the
we on
phone
just
number
the
to contact you on the
gram,
case.
just education underscore for athletic. Send us a method. I just got a marketing guy. I don't really have all that stuff, but give us a day. We'll have all that stuff together, phone numbers, emails, kind of all of that stuff. But we are on IG. I forgot what our tell her what's up. I don't know, man. We'll get it all together. We'll get it with the other pages called TikTok. Get that stuff together.
It's too many socials for me to be.
I'm trying to catch up, bro.
I can't.
Don't worry about it. I'm never
I can't hang.
though, and I get versed in it. All right.
Yeah. But make sure you Kyrie McKee, Education First on Instagram, Kyrie McKee on Facebook. What else? What else you on? Instagram.
I just doing them
and
too. I'll
Facebook.
get the rest of them. I
Right.
get our
Yeah. But I'll put the graphic back up.
I'll put the graphic back up. I'll start a new one coming.
You know what I'm saying?
This we having open runs at Belfield. 7th grade is from 9 a.m. to 8th and 9th grade is from 11 p.m. And it's this August 27th Belfield Recreation Center, 2109 Shoe Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 1. All right.
For sure.
My
That's
man.
the graphic right there. This is back. Oh, there you go. He's back.
There I am. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with that.
Shirt up. Oh, you put it back.
No, shirt's back on, Kai. Shirt's back on, Kai. Been a Jets fan all the way through.
Oh my God.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I just wanted to tell you, Kyrie, it's always been a pleasure, just playing against you. I never got a chance to play with you, but we always played against you, whether it was Positive Image, whether it was Sunny Hill, whether it was Gustine Lake, and one thing that you touched on that I really appreciate you talk about commitment and sacrifice, because I remember growing up and a lot of kids either wanted to play if they were heavy in the basketball, like in the public league or Catholic league, they either wanted to play in two places, either want to play Grat or Roman Catholic. So and then people don't realize how much you have to be committed to play for Coach Bill, for the great Coach Bill Ellaby. And playing in that system, because you think, because a lot of guys are like, oh man, well, Grant gets to travel to the different tournaments and stuff like that. You were actually one of the first public league schools that I ever see play in that it's called the beach ball classic back in the day.
Yep.
I forgot what it was called now. And you guys were playing against the upper echelon of All Americans, future pros and stuff like that. And a lot of kids was like, yeah, man, I got to play for Grants, but you don't know what it takes to play for Grants. You got to sacrifice, you got to commit yourself. There's going to be days where you're not even going to be shooting the ball. You're going to be doing defensive slides and defensive drills all day. Can you get with that? And I know a lot of kids that got really discouraged about that. Oh man, I ain't playing for Grants. Man, Bill Ellaby's playing favorites. No, he's not playing favorites. He knows the people who are committed. That's what it is.
Talk to me.
Talk to me,
it wasn't about the fact that that's how Coach Ellaby coached.
Right.
You couldn't play there anyway. So for you to say, oh, they gonna be doing this, gonna be doing that. Like I said, I had the privilege to play in front of Coach Ellaby because when he ran the 21st in the Belfield League back before they started moving it everywhere else.
Right.
He told me himself. He said, Larry, you can play your ass off, but you're so small. I can't do nothing with you over there, over at Grant. I remember that conversation like it was yesterday. And Coach Ellaby is the best friend to my old neighbor on Washington Lane, Rocco. And Coach Ellaby used to come next door and say, Larry, man, I'm proud of the man that you've become.
Right.
But those days, man, you was a hell of a player. I just couldn't do nothing with you. That day.
He keeps it.
He keeps it
funky.
He keeps it real with you the whole way.
He'll tell you.
Do
every day
anything
ain't gonna be a basketball day. You see
what I'm
saying?
That was mine.
He would tell you that. Every day ain't gonna be a basketball day. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to show you something.
Yeah.
That's what he would tell you. He would tell you that straight up. He'll have talks with you before basketball games. He'll have
Mm-hmm.
talks with you after
To him,
basketball games.
you can
You know
call
what I'm
Coach L at any day, at any hour,
day.
Anytime
man.
you want.
And he's going to answer the
Yep.
phone, and he'll do it. And that's what he's a man's man. And when you look
Yep.
at role, at guys that come around, it's just like, bro, he has his. If he during his time or Dan, I'm sure any other player that's played under him may have had this. If he told you jumping off a 12-story building, everybody was going to jump, bro.
Yep.
Impact
Oh, yeah.
and the belief
Mm-hmm.
we were going to have, and the words that he taught. Those are the things that, like, his delivery, perception, and he wasn't just a guy who talked it. Yeah, right. Like, he didn't miss no practices, games.
Nope.
You know, his sister passed away to the funeral, came right back to practice like nothing. Right.
Yep.
Those are the things that we. And if he always would say something, and you say you're gonna do it. What the outcome is. You know, whatever it is, it's gonna make you who you are. People always say, his favorite line. People think he like, I care. People think, I care what people think about me and what I do. So when people come around, expectation, and he said that's how you want to go in there, and people gonna like you. Some people gonna love you, and some people, guess what? It's all okay, man. And that's the thing that
it's crazy.
You're gonna
because
get
him and Coach Chaney were so the opposite of each other.
Yeah.
But they was the
Yeah.
besties. It was
Right.
like night and day.
Yep.
Coach L.
Principles are the same, man. They want the outcome. Their philosophy
outcome
on
the same. Yep.
things might be a little.
But Coach
what
Ellaby
they was looking.
will use very little words because he's only going to say what he needs to say, and that's it. Coach
He'll
Chaney
look at
will
it.
say any and everything.
He would. Yeah.
That
He
is,
would.
and it's crazy because if you ever seen them have, I've been in front of both of them to have them have a conversation, and it's like all Coach Chaney and all Coach Ellaby doing is this.
Coach,
He'll sit there with his arms crossed. And say
I know,
verse,
bro.
blah, 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 blah,
And that's why I
just stop.
tell people, he's a great man, man. And there's nobody
He is, man.
that you can look at that I believe, and it's again guys that came through that era, being in developing and disciplining guys. They weren't just coaches, fathers, bro. They were fathers to their own, to us, right? And they responsibility, and they filled in that were missing in our home. They did it with grace. And everybody had an individual made their own decision, came the way it did after those decisions. Anybody that came through or any other guys, what they didn't have a chance, bro. The impact that I would hope to in my journey with coming and starting this program is that being able to provide an opportunity, asset to the community, not a liability, an asset to the community and the young, so they can at least opportunity, and whatever it is, they're going to, at least they can say, and that's what it's about for me.
Yep. And they will, Kyle, because that's the person that you are, and you're not a phony person. So everything that they're getting from you is from the heart. And all these kids, youth, young adults, whatever, if you a college player that need help, just come to the gym. Go to
Anything, bro.
We go. Talk to him.
He working with everybody.
Bro, we got it up.
Advice,
I still lace him up. So if y'all think
he still lace him up.
Yeah.
Still got
one-on-one.
Yeah.
Anybody, the McKee,
I'll be motivated.
Whoever.
Right. So, with that being said, man, Kai, we appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
I love you, fam.
I'll see y'all in a couple minutes, man, so I can talk my.
All right, bro.
Fellas.
We'll holler at you.
All right, Kai.
Yo, listen, we just had one of the
Oh,
McKees,
that was
Kyrie
awesome.
McKee
That.
versus the Belfield, man. Y'all see?
Will you please give this man some applause, please? Give this man some applause,
please,
man. Please give this man some
please,
applause, Larry.
please.
I mean, come on.
Please.
That was
Everything that he's doing in the community. He's been doing it for some time now, taking over the legendary Belfield Recreation Center and impacting the youth. We had Kai on here for a whole hour. Kai talked, and he let it be known that everything that he's doing over there. And if y'all want to help. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's not too hard to put out some effort to help the youth, and that's mainly what he's doing it for, the youth and the things that's going on in our society today to get them a escape, like, because a lot of things, basketball is an escape for a lot of these kids, whether they're good or not. And like you said, some of these kids just have drama at home and they just want to get away, and sometimes that's the only place that they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody to talk to that's not going to judge them. You know what I mean? So, as a mentor myself, I have kids that will say things to me that they wouldn't even talk to their parents about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the impact that I'm having on their lives and not judging them, but also being someone that tell them the truth, tell them what their faults is, tell them what they're doing well. You know what I'm saying? But these kids need that. And Kyrie's doing a hell of a job over there at Education First over at Belfield Recreation Center, 21st and 2. You know what I'm saying? So, that was a great.
I loved it, man. That was, I mean, and he was giving
really because we let him
basically because I had questions for him, but I was just like, oh, all right, okay, well, I'll cross that off. I'll cross that off. Go ahead.
Right.
And basically, Kyrie was just giving he was just giving out a whole bunch of free games. Yeah. He was giving out that game for free on that one. I mean,
very much so.
just there's so many different topics and that he touched on, especially in regards to recreation centers being safe havens, and a lot of the times, like some of these kids out here, I'm sorry to say, have no regard for human life because they're shooting up in front of recreation centers when we were coming up.
Right, that was
recreation centers, they were off limits, even to the hustlers, even to the knuckleheads of the knuckleheads, like. I ain't going over there because that's my cousin or my little young boy is over there playing ball, and I ain't going. I'm not going to mess that up. My
brother might be up there playing basketball. Why would I go up there and do something dumb like that? Like you have fights. Yeah, the fights is natural. That's a natural thing. But
absolutely,
guns and stuff, we didn't have that issue. At the recreation center.
As a matter of fact, if there was a game, as a matter of fact, Larry, if there was a game that was going on, like a big game, like let's say for example when Simons had their league up there.
Oh yeah.
And they had them games. It was nothing going on that night. Like it was nothing going on that night because everybody was there. Now on the way home, if they were gambling on the game, then you might get approached. But
inside the cage.
Not inside the cage. Because that's what I love about Simons because like Aubrey didn't have that. That kind of. To me, Simons used to remind me of a stadium. Like, because you had to go up and you would see the lights from like back there somewhere. And I was like,
everybody standing on the gate and stuff like that. You had the A and B court. You had the playground. People standing on the playground just to see over top and like the short people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the A court had, that's where all the good games were at. A court is where all the games. Because A court had the breakaway. A court had the breakaway rims. They had the breakaway rims.
For sure.
Yeah, but man, that was a great conversation, man. Like, I mean, I was waiting for that conversation to come through anyway because,
for a long time.
Because I follow him on Instagram. I love the work that he's doing, and then also too, like, feel free to come through and come through in Belfield because to be honest with you, you never know who's going to be there with him.
Yep.
Like Aaron McKee might be there.
Yep.
Sean might be there.
Yep.
Some of his Gratz teammates might be there. Maybe Jared. Maybe Marv.
Stop up there, peep in. You know what I'm saying?
Terrell might come through. Terrell Stokes might come through. Former coach, coach at Cheney up there.
Philly shows they face to a lot of the recreation centers and without the attention. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see a lot of our athletes that made it walking around here with so much attention. Nowadays, you see it with the younger generation because everybody has these followers now. But the older generation, like Sheed and Sean Colson, they walking around here and they just around. You know what I'm saying? And showing their face, but salute to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, Kurtz, and everybody.
Yeah, to me, I mean, because to me, all those guys you just mentioned, like, they're celebrities to me. Because I mean, if I see them on the street, I will, shake hands, dap up, this and that. Man, listen.
Exactly.
I remember when you did, because I remember a lot of people were just like, they was like, well, Marvin O'Connor, who's that? And I was like, all you gotta do is go back to 2001, watch the St. Joe's versus Stanford game. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, real fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Ask Casey Jacobson. He'll tell you. He'll tell you who that is.
But
yeah.
It was a great interview. I'm glad that we got a chance to let him interview himself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because Kai went in as soon as we gave him opened the floodgate. Boom, it was on. But he answered. He basically explained a lot of everything that we were probably going to ask him anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he just ran through everything. So we got a chance to throw in a couple questions, but at the same token, we allow him to be him, and he made sure that everything that he's trying to do, he made sure he said it himself without us having to ask or go back to say, did you do this or that and the other. We did want to get a little bit more of a explanation, not an explanation, but a detail of how he got to the position that he's at from college to, he did tackle that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it was all great interview.
Yeah.
Allow him to speak and make sure y'all remember education first at 21st Chew, Belfield Recreation Center. So if you have any youth that's looking to get better, that's gonna want to learn the game from someone that's a blue collar player himself, and is going to teach them how to play the game the way it's to be played, and educate them and want them to know that they're that place that he's at, he's able to give them an air to let them be themselves, but at the same token understanding the environment that they're in. So, I applaud Kai and his team over there at the McKee Foundation that's going on up there, and we're going to give them some more great support. So, man, we're supposed to get into the NFC South, man, and it is, 2? If you want to get into it.
I mean, it's your call. It's your call, because, I mean, if you want to, we can do it. I mean, NFC South is the NFC South. It's not like the NFC West or NFC East. It's not like, I'm not gonna say it's not competitive, because everybody's division is competitive. It's just that if it comes down to like who has a better chance of like getting to the playoffs out there, NFC South, we all know it's gonna be Tampa Bay. So
that's very true. That is very true. You know
but listen, man, we got more than enough time to go through it if you want to go through it.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm asking. What you think?
You know what? Do you want to wait? You want to wait for the rest of the guys to jump on, and then we'll go through it, or?
That's fine.
Okay, that works. That works.
We could just lead this session, and we can leave it as this episode.
Yeah, because guys, we ain't talking about my Bucks. I mean, you ain't talking about my Tampa Bay Bucks. Like, when you become a Tampa Bay fan?
Right.
Like, when did that happen? But let me tell you about the pro-am joint yesterday, right? So, okay. So they get the heads up. I don't know if it was on Twitter or something like that, because I found out through. I found out through some news channel, news media outlet in Seattle. It was like, the Browns coming through to play in Jamal Crawford's, his pro-am up there
in Washington.
Right, in Seattle. So it's like, oh, where? Okay. Now, first I thought, then like, they said that first they said it wasn't true. Then they said there were other people jumping in. So it was like Chet Holmgren. It was, Paolo Banchero. Then Jason Tatum, Isaiah Thomas, and a couple other players that were coming through. I think Aaron Gordon was there too. And it would have been hot if Zach LaVine would have went too, because he's Seattle native as well. But yeah, so it happened to be true. This is on Saturday. Cats were waiting in line since like 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. You know, that's just the influence of LeBron James. So then the game starts. Then he happened to put it on like stream it on NBA.com. After that, they it was on like because it was kind of like it kind of reminded me of the Rump a little bit because it's like we had Jason Tatum in the game, but he didn't play yet. So you're waiting for the first game to end. Like, all right, this one's taking all day. So they finally get in. As soon as they see LeBron, the whole gym just collapses on him. Oh, LeBron. But security was there. I mean, of course, the crowd has no ill intention. They just want to get a piece of LeBron. That's what that's about. And that to me showed me like the influence of him because they were just like, yo, we're here to see Bron. I don't care if this dude can shoot 30 times and miss all 30. Bron is here. My kid is here. My kid is never going to forget this. Seeing Bron up here live in the living color, getting high fives, taking selfies with him and stuff like that. And LeBron was more than gracious to like accommodate for everybody. Like as soon as LeBron came in, getting the crowd hyped, putting his hands up, let's go, y'all. What's up? Thank you for bringing me here, stuff like that. Shout out to Jamal Crawford, and his crossover pro-am for making it happen. But unfortunately, the game was good though. The game was going pretty good, but unfortunately they had to like call it off early because of because of the floor. The floor is getting too wet out there. So it's hot. Okay. It's hot out there. All them dudes, everybody's in there.
Yeah.
So they had because once I saw LeBron slip a couple times, like he had a fadeaway and he slipped. Like, oh, he's like, yo, you bring that spot over there, get that spot. Then I think DeJounte Murray, he had like a couple fadeaways. He slipped and fell. He's like, oh, that's it. All right, that's it. They just called that joint off. Like, that's it. And then LeBron goes back into the tunnel. He says, thank you and everything and what's up. But it was good. Like I said, it's just like the Rump. It was great for the kids. Like we probably will get a chance to see like the LeBrons, the Jason Tatums, the Johnson Murrays, and everybody like in person and stuff like that because we can kind of afford to get there and watch it. Whereas some of these kids, they might not get that chance to do that.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. It was good, man. Look how packed that is. Usually the crossover program is not like packed like that. I mean, it's packed, but it ain't packed like that.
Pablo Benchero was there.
Yeah, Pablo Benchero. Yeah.
He's Jamal and him are close.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think they're he's a Seattle native too.
Yeah.
He's
right.
Seattle native. Paolo, I believe Aaron Gordon is 1-2, unless he's from Cali. I think he's from.
Oh, that's when he slipped. That's what you were just talking about. When
yeah. Get that. But he was cooking. Jason Tatum, he was cooking. He was on his way to get like 40. He was, man.
Aaron Gordon played.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon played too. For a minute there, when I first saw Aaron Gordon, I thought that was Joakim Noah. I was like, oh, that's Joakim Noah. All right, okay, cool. We're out.
Buddy.
Yeah.
That's like Joakim Noah.
Yeah, see, I think that's Joakim Noah. Yeah, but they were hooping though. IT set off the party with the first shot. He had like the first bucket, and he was chirping. He was chirping a little bit too. I was like, oh, okay. But this guy right here was different.
All right.
Yeah, but
I think that it should be a lot more of that stuff going on where these pros show up at other pro-ams in different cities where they getting out. Just giving that opportunity, like we said, to the kids that may not be able to see them that close up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just think that the venue is kind of hard to put together for something like that because you don't want to exclude nobody. But at the same token, you see how packed that is. That's like a danger zone.
Yeah, because once they, like literally, like their whole side over there, like once LeBron came in, they immediately came out the stands, like oh, and they had to like really get security. But like I said, it was a fun time for everybody. And to be honest with you, even like the hardest of the hard rock, the hustlers of the hustlers were in there. Like they're never gonna forget that.
Right.
They're gonna be like, yo, like, this is like, where were you when you saw LeBron James in person? Like, is he really, is he really a beast like that? Now, my thing is I don't know if he is going to get the the chance to we get the chance to see him at the Danny Rump. That would be awesome. We get to see him at the Danny Rump.
Crazy, but that's gonna
him and his son.
Mike gonna have to pull a lot of strings to make that one happen. Probably.
yeah.
Definitely gonna have to pull a lot of strings to make that happen. But I don't see it past LeBron doing something like that.
I don't see it past. I don't see it.
Yeah. Better pro-am
right.
tournament Jones. Like you know what I mean. And it's a little tournament. And Brian probably will only show up one night. He probably won't stay for the whole
fine
thing.
With me. That's fine with
me.
Me.
What I'm saying? So
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he might pull that off. Pause.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I mean, look. I mean, I would love. Listen, we've been like at the Danny Rump and other different programs. Like we've been blessed to see so many pros like from Philadelphia. Ranging from from the Twins and then other people coming through. I didn't get a chance to see when James Harden came down. Like I wish I would have went down. I wish I would have came down to see that. Especially like what was the other joint? What was the joint we used to go to back in the day? The one at Drexel. Oh my God! I mean, mad dudes used to come through that.
That was the regular pro-am.
What was that one?
Joe Parham and all of them used to play it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Joe Parham.
Yeah.
And all of them. Yeah, it's Kurt Shinholster and.
Shout out.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the pro-am.
Because you never know. You never know who's coming through that. You never know who's coming through that.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Like you never know. You never know who's coming through in that joint. I'm trying to figure out any other news. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, in regards to nobody's really talking about Kevin Durant right now. Kevin Durant.
Don't really want to get into that right now, anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Because we know we're probably gonna pop something gonna pop up this week. Is gonna
be right. I mean, a lot of people though, quiet as kept. I'm not bigging up my team, but I see a lot of signs. A lot of people. I know it's coming. I know it's coming, but
it is.
A lot of people are really like pointing.
Can't hear you. For some reason, you got muted. You knew it was about to happen. Had to, because I knew you was about to go
there. Yeah, like a lot of people are like they're just saying like they're talking about the about the Clippers, man. They're like they're pointing like if everything goes right, like you might see a chance in the finals or something like that.
Spider Mitchell supposed to go there too, right?
Say that again.
Spider Mitchell supposed to go there too, then, right?
No, Spider Mitchell ain't coming there. As a matter of fact, we're good. We're good here. As a matter of fact, they were talking about the Knicks with Spider Mitchell, and first of all, they were talking about how much they're going to be losing if Spider Mitchell comes over there. Now, it'll be great. I mean, it'll be great to look at over there, but they're going to be like an NBA Jam team. Oh yeah. Watch how everybody just converges on a watch. Here we go. This is just the influence of LeBron James. You can't go wrong with this. This is just the influence of LBJ.
Not at all. And like I said, it's a perfect example of what humility is with when it comes to being able to just do things like this in the public. You know what I'm saying? Coming and letting people enjoy his presence at this type of game, and it's something that he didn't have to do. He don't have to do, but he's doing it, and he's in year 20 coming up.
Year 20, yeah, and he's still playing like he's like a year,
playing like he like
year 2.
14, 15, yeah, you gotta appreciate that, man. You have to appreciate that, man. I just look at that and then be like, damn.
Yeah, I think what it is, I think why
he had this longevity.
Oh my God! Like I think
they're still on top of the game. Not like he's like out of the 600 and some players, like he's 500. Like it's nothing like
right.
That. You know what I'm saying? Look, give him the muscle.
Yeah, it's the Brian, and he still can do it. I mean, it's the fact that I think why people hate on LeBron so much. I think because first he's good. He's good. And then on top of that, like he's humble and he's lived up to the hype. He like LeBron might be one of the only guys that I know, only players I know besides maybe Kobe, Michael Jordan, who has lived up to the hype. Like, oh, who's this guy? Is this dude supposed to be coming out of high school? Is this the guy supposed to be so good and stuff like that? You know,
it's crazy
because
because with Kobe, it didn't happen right away. So it was like
no, he had to kind of work
nah,
for it.
I don't think he's gonna. There's a chance he might not pan out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with LeBron, it was like, is either he gonna pan out right from the first opening tip of the basketball on through, and he hasn't let nobody down. Not one year has he let anybody down.
We knew that.
Because 2 years for Kobe to come off the bench, a year and a half. 2
year
years
and a half, like
year
and a half, 2 years, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like with Bron, like his first game. I still remember his first game. Like I know it was November.
Oh, yeah. I was at the bowling alley. I think they played San Antonio the first game, right?
I think they played against the they played against Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings, because me and Keith was playing at Adams Lane. Me and Keith was in the bowling league.
Shout out to Adams Lane. Shout out
to old Adams Lane. And we was at the bowling alley. We had our game, game, and we were watching it from the floor where we was bowling at, because we was down on the other end where the concession stand was. So we had a chance to see the TV.
Still have popcorn.
We was like on aisle 15 or something like that, 14 to 15. And we watched that game. Yeah, I remember that game like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I remember we caught that breakaway. You caught that breakaway dunk, the first joint, the steal, and he just
crazy. Yeah.
Boom! He was like, "Oh, there it is."
There it
and
is.
Then he got another steal, and then he
that first game. Everybody's like, "Uh-oh, is it true? Is it really happening?"
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one, because it's like
that was LeBron James and the whole foundation that he's done and everything that he's done in the NBA and on and off the court.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I said, it's games like this that you really appreciate them. You should appreciate them more. But somebody like a Skip Bayless or somebody start looking at, oh, you shot 1 for 50, and that's a pickup game, man. Like,
it's
pocket.
like, come on.
On about Skip, now that I segue, when he tried to go at Bronny, oh, it's only a dunk, and that's Jalen Rose got on him real bad.
Yeah.
Like
come on, that's worse. That's worse than picking on somebody's kid, man. I know it's Bronny. But Bronny is still someone's child. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a kid at the end of the day.
Right.
And I heard the younger son supposed to be better than him, and he made that. All right, if he ain't, but at least they actually can say that his kids can play, unlike Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well.
His son.
I mean, I think that shadow was a little too big. That's a huge shadow that you have
in
to.
That time too.
I mean, because you're following them. See how many championships again? That's what, 6.
Yeah, but it ain't even a championship.
Couple MVPs, scoring titles, defensive player of the year, steals leader. Finals MVP 6 times in a row. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, it's the same thing with LeBron, but the thing is that his kids actually can play the game. It's not just his last name.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's that his kids actually can play. So that spectrum of Michael Jordan's sons played, but one of them went to Illinois and played 1 year. But he wasn't that good. But I think he went to Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. Got the free scholarship. He played pretty alright in high school, and they was like, let's see if we can make something happen out of it. And
got some fresh Jordan.
Let me go to making these sneakers for my dad.
That's right. As you should do, because it's like, as you should. Yep, that's it. That's when LeBron's leaving. Like, all right, y'all. Yeah. So it's too slippery. We good. We're good from here. We're good. But yeah, that's a hell of a shadow, man. Like that's like me. Yeah. That's like me running track at Temple, like right after Dad and stuff. Right after Dad, like set up all these records and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Right. I'll do something else. I might do. Sport. Yeah, I'll do badminton or something like that. Dog catching, whatever. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm still Osborne.
I mean, I still excel. I still excel in whatever. But yeah, Yeah, man. This is a great show, man. This is a great show. Another one in the books. This is what, episode 29? Woo, 30's coming up. See, yeah. A nice round even number.
Yeah.
A nice round even number. We get right back into this.
Yep. And we only had one show that was in the during the week. So that means we did 29 Sundays and one Friday with R2D2 and Rocket.
That's almost half the year now.
4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, we had like 6 months straight.
Yeah, 6 months. 6 months there. Congratulations, my friend.
We took one Sunday off. I think that was a Father's Day weekend or whatever.
Yep.
The case may be. And I wasn't home for my daughter's birthday. I mean, when we went away for my daughter's birthday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm enjoying it, and the love will come eventually. It is what it is.
Well, we're getting love. I'm getting love, man. We're getting guests. We're getting guests. I mean,
take the natural love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, we're getting the guests, man. They're getting the guests of, of Kyrie's caliber and stuff like that. Plus Stan Groove we love, Michael Anderson. I mean, everybody. Dr. Kyle, SB Sports Talk. So I mean,
Lou was gonna get on today, but he was out shopping for next week's
high
school.
Oh yeah, school time. Yeah, school.
Which was a great turnout. I wanted to try to get him on here after we got Kyrie on here.
Okay.
I wanted to try to get Lou on here.
Yeah.
And, we want to try to get Stan on here to talk about.
Oh my God, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
So
that'd be too crazy. Too crazy.
Yeah. So I guess we had to catch Lou, if probably next Sunday after both weeks of the camp is out, just to ask how everything worked out and stuff like that, and go from there. But he hit me back. It's like he's out shopping for the camp, for the high school camp. So yeah, man, this was a great show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love you, bro, for doing everything and helping out.
You already know, man. You already know, man.
You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was ready to go hard. Yo, I was ready to go hard with my Jets jersey too, but I have to wait till next week.
Pause.
Ain't no pause. No pause on this one.
Go hard with the Jet. Damn.
Go hard with the Jets jersey.
Hey, you grabbing your nipples? What the hell?
No, I was trying to pop the collar, but I couldn't find my collar. I was trying to pop it, but I couldn't find my collar. No. Okay. I mean, I was trying. I was like, I was like that. You like Dutch. You know what I mean? There's a concert coming out too. It's like this. I was just jiving with everybody at the job with it before we get out of here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what was the lineup. Hold on a minute. Let me find this thing here. Hold on.
Find your lineup.
Let me find this lineup here. It's a dope tour. Let me tell you about it. Hold on a minute. It's a dope tour. You're gonna love it. Let's see here. Okay. Oh yeah. It says here, backed by popular demand, G2 presents the Millennium Tour, featuring hip hop legend Bow Wow, Mario, and Kerry Hilson.
Kerry Hilson probably the only thing that's gonna be coming out of that show.
Now also wait now before you give me the emphatic heck yeah. The tour also includes sets by Lloyd, Pleasure P, Bobby Valentino, also known as Bobby V.
And Sammy Bobby, right?
Yep. Yin Yang Twins. The Franchise Boys.
Please stop.
Crime Mob. We got Travis Porter, the Great Little Scrappy, Trillville, St. Louis hip hop legend Chingy.
You're about to get muted. You're about to get it.
Oh, and also there's gonna be a reunion on MTV live on the stage from Making the Band's Day 26. Okay. And I heard Danny D. Kane is gonna be there freestyling too.
Pleasure P, Sammy, Ray J, and Bobby Valentino supposed to be making up a group called RSVP.
Kind of like Levert, Sweat, and Gill, like LSG.
They supposed to be forming a group called RSVP.
No.
Just to let you know, that's how.
Okay.
I
mean, so basically what you're telling me here, like once we get through all them, once we get to like Bobby Valentino, Sammy, Day 26, all those guys, we still got to wait for the headliners, which would be Bow Weezy, Mario, Bow Wow, Mario, Kerry Hilson. Those are your headliners.
All right, listen. Let me see something. Mario, I like Mario. Mario can sing. Sammy showed that he can still sing.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, besides Kerry Hilson, Bow Wow had some hits, but nobody wants to hit. I'm 46 years old right now.
Yeah.
Only time I want to hear some Bow Wow hits is if I'm playing Amazon Music and one of his joints come on falls with Sierra or with Chris Brown. But a full Bow Wow song, you're not listening to.
Nah.
You listen to a Bow Wow song that has features.
Who's going to feature in the Bow Wow song?
Like Chris Brown.
Okay.
All right, so what song was I just listening to? Chris Brown and Bow Wow. It's called hold up.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That sounds cool. That sounds gonna be at the concert too. Like who?
No, because the song is good. I actually like the song. It's just
Kerry. I'll go see Kerry Hilson. You know, just
ain't thinking about you.
Okay. All right. Shout out to C Breezy.
Can you hear this?
I can't, but I'm glad that I can't. No, man. I mean, as long as listen,
Chris Brown is on the hook.
You can give me a couple Kerry Hilson songs. I'll be good to go.
It's this song. Hold up, let me share the screen, because it ain't gonna show the.
That's cool.
The volume ain't gonna come on.
That's all right.
I'm pretty sure you know what the song is if you hear it.
Yeah.
This song is hot though.
I mean, okay. All right, I'm
did
through.
The song with him and Sierra when they was dating together. Like it's those type songs you want to hear from Bow Wow. You didn't want to hear no full song from Bow Wow.
Right. You just want to hear like a verse. Give me a verse. I'm good. Okay. I mean.
All right.
I don't want to. Yeah, that's the joint. I don't know. Do. Okay,
yeah.
I like that joint.
Yeah,
but see, you know what made me like that song? What made me like that song with the joint with Chris? I'm sorry, Bow Wow and Sierra. Like I don't want to do that. Yeah. The reason why I like that song is because Styles P was freestyling off of that.
It sound like that. It sound like this that we do for you every time you say something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Yeah, but but I like that song because Styles P freestyled off of it. I think off of one of his mixtapes. I think it was off of Ghost in the Machine or something like that.
Yep.
Ghost in the Machine and then the Mean. I'm like, okay. I'm like, damn, he's laughing over R&B beat.
Yeah.
Styles, you're the best.
But you know what else? Because we got to start talking about like gaming stuff as well. So Madden.
Oh, who's on the cover of that?
Madden is on the cover of it.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let's yeah, but I haven't bought a Madden in so many years, but
yeah, it's Madden curse, man. I don't bang with them. Madden curses. Whoever gets on the cover of Madden, I feel for you, yo. You having a bad year. You got a bad year coming up.
But listen, Madden is on the cover of Madden this year, so.
Oh well, no. Well, rest in peace to the great John Madden, who actually was one of my other reasons to get into announcing and broadcasting and stuff like that.
So Madden came out this past week. I would gather because I haven't bought a Madden in years. Every time I buy Madden, I'm not really big into the playing the football games because I get frustrated.
Right.
It's like I can get frustrated losing in basketball because that's my main sport.
Mm-hmm.
But when I be playing the PlayStation or Xbox, Madden, and I be playing against people that actually can play, it gets frustrating because they'll be like, "Yo, why does it work? How I miss this tackle? How he make that tackle? How he get this interception? But I can't get that same interception." I started doing that type stuff. Like,
oh well, I mean, you know what that is? That's like, I'm trying to figure what was the easiest Madden. The easiest Madden to play was what? Madden 90.
The first one when Joe Montana football used to be out.
Oh, that was for Genesis? Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, that was hot. No, I think the easiest one to me was, I think mine was like Madden 97 because it was like it was player friendly. We were kind of familiar with all the players and stuff like that. Like we all knew what every player could do. Like John Elway could throw, but he couldn't run. Jim Kelly could throw. He could run some of the time, but he kept getting hurt.
Oh yeah. He used to get hurt and carted off the field.
Yeah. But listen, man.
Run people over.
Yeah, but I mean, but those, that's when it was like user friendly. Like you have to, you hit the button, you see where everybody's going, you see where the ball, how far you can throw it, But now it's like this joint is like super complex. I mean, not only are you're doing your plays, you're running audibles, you're doing kill plays, you're doing Omahas. I'm like,
but the funny part about it is fun at the same token, as long as you ain't playing on a peak level performance type playing, because you get frustrated when you like, all right, how that play didn't work, how he tackled me like that, right? Yeah. I can't get those same tackles or something like that, or how I missed that and etc. But they do it. Like if you playing in that elite form, I think I might try to buy this one this year, just to be playing it. Like one man, Key Vandeweghe, Key plays Madden and Fortnite. Okay. That's all he plays. I'll be playing Call of Duty, 2K basketball, and Key got me playing Fortnite and MLB The Show. That's the best baseball ever.
The last basketball game that I played was probably NBA Jam Tournament Edition Arcade.
Oh my gosh.
I'm about to get muted again. Okay.
Yes.
Seriously. The last game I played was like, I think the last game I really played, and I played this thing like, whew. I think I played that game 2 years after it came out. Was like, what was it? Was it 2K? Was it college basketball 2K 6 or 7?
College basketball is the truth.
Yeah, on Xbox.
NBA basketball. Yeah.
Man, listen, the one
create your own team name players' names and stuff. Me, Gerald, Keith, I had my whole team.
Yeah,
be balling.
I remember it got to the point where you go through your whole season, right? Like I remember I played the whole season out. Played the whole season. Yep. Went to the tournament. I lost in the championship game. I lost, but you still, you get second place. And then what happens is you do your recruiting. And then you go to like they have an All-American game and everything. I'm like, they can't shoot for nothing. Like the funny part is the Americans, the All-Americans, they can't shoot. Yep, but they can dunk though.
Like it was crazy, but you can, as the year goes on, you can get better and better.
Yep.
I used to be backdooring the hell out of the joint. Backdoor layup.
My joint was
jump, so all my shots would get blocked. I said, oh, come on.
Yeah, that 2K Sports was popping. I think that's when like O'Bannon and everybody he started getting upset because they didn't have any the NIL. They didn't have like the NIL likeness and stuff like that, so they stopped doing it.
He should be receiving a lot of what's the word I'm looking for them getting NILs now?
Like NFC and stuff like that. NFC and royalties and stuff like that. Royalties and everything.
Yeah. Charles O'Bannon.
Oh, COB,
my bad. Ed O'Bannon started that. But he should be getting a lot of royalties because of this. He should be.
And all these kids that are like, that are coming out, they're trying to bring back, the prep school to pros thing, like coming straight out of high school, because they might as well just do it because this.
I thought they're supposed to do that. It's not this year. It's next year. I thought next year they're supposed to be allowing them to start coming back straight out of high school.
I mean, you might as well
for them to even
stay a year. Like half of these.
All you doing is giving them that Ignite team in the G League.
That's all.
That's all the players going to, or the baller. What's that? Ballers. Ballers or something like that. They got a high school team that kids that coming out of high school don't want to go to college.
I mean, it's like they and now with the NIL deals and stuff like that, now they can actually they can get endorsements while they're in high school. Like I know a couple high school dudes that are not personally, but that I've been seeing on social media that have like they got deals with Puma, like so basically like which is good because it's which is good because it's like all right, okay, all right. Hopefully, like you have an agent or something like that can broker your deal or something like that. And basically, like, let's say you don't pan out in the pros because you might not. You don't pan out in the pros, but yet you still have this. You get a couple dollars, you got your deal, you can invest or something like that. You'll be okay. So yeah, I commend, shout out to Ed O'Bannon for finally, and Sonny Vaccaro and the Vaccaro family, for doing that, because that was a long road. And I remember we we interviewed, we got a chance to interview Tracy McGrady, right? And he said the same thing. He was like, I would have went to Kentucky. He's like, but if we had the NIL deal that we had, like these kids have now, back then, woo! He's like, I would have went to Kentucky and I had an NIL deal, making money. Then I would have went to the pros. That would have been sick, because they were already getting paid. I mean, like the kids in Kentucky were already getting paid, like under the table. I mean, it's no big secret, but I mean, they were, I've heard stories. They were running around with like Escalades and Eddie Bauer trucks and stuff like that. I mean, hey.
But man, great show today. Big shout out,
yes,
happy
sir.
birthday to my cousin Cosmic Kev, Cosmic Strictly Skills Kev, Street Banger.
I still got that mixtape you made me.
Yeah. So big shout out to him on his birthday today. Am I missing anybody else? I know I'm missing somebody else, because somebody was on my mind, and now that interview threw me all the way off.
No, that's because it's a good interview, man. You got a little pumped. You got pumped for that joint.
Yeah, man. Cause we was trying to get Kyle on here for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, then then with Kai, it's like he's an extension of Ellerby, and then then Ellerby and John Chaney, and like it's about, like, I don't want to sound all sappy or anything like that, but like Chaney, Ellerby, like, okay, you make it to the pros, that's great, that's awesome, but really what he really cares about is you graduate from college. That's it. That's all he cares about. Like, man, when I used to love hearing about stories when Chaney and Ellerby, Ellerby will walk his players down. Chaney will walk his players down, down the aisle, like, on their last days coming out with their parents and stuff like that, and just say beautiful things on behalf of them. And yeah, and that's what it's all about, man. And that's what I love about, what Kai is doing, with Education First and stuff like that, because he's basically he's putting great habits on display in regards, like getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, like to the fact where, like, if you don't get up and get there to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna feel like you missed something. You're gonna feel some type of way, like,
exactly.
So, but yeah, man, definitely shout out to Kai and the rest of the McKee family and everything. What you guys are doing. Shout out to what you're doing too, Larry, because you're also part of this too as well. Training, building kids and stuff like that.
Listen, man, I'm just a pillar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all are, man.
I'm just a pillar. So, but yeah, man, great show today.
Yes, sir.
I want to give a shout out to, like I said, fam, Strictly Skills Kev, happy birthday. Other shout out to Kyrie. Shout out to our guys that couldn't make it today. Dr. Kyle, SB Talk Sports.
I'm right here, Dr. Kyle. I'm in your office.
Yeah, he's in your office.
These are my degrees. These are my degrees today. You see them? These are my degrees. You
Mike
see?
Anderson. I got Mike Anderson in a second. Yeah, man. We didn't get into the NFC South, but I guess next week is gonna be a.
So we gonna jump into that, because that's gonna be a quick one. That's gonna be a real quick one.
That's why I chose that. I was looking to the division. I said, let's do. We did AFC South. Let's do NFC South. So next week we gotta do 2. Or if we can somehow, some way, try to figure out a way to do it during the week, if we can.
Yeah, I'm around. I mean, schools. I know, like, school and all that stuff doesn't start like high school, elementary school. It'll start for like another week or so. So
yeah, we'll try to double bubble it this week or something like that, so that we can catch up. So that by the time we finish doing all the teams, we can get into that fantasy football thing, because like I said, it's my first year doing that stuff. So big shout out to everybody. Shout out to my brother K Osborne, my co-host. Thank you very much, brother, for always being there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome. My pleasure.
Shout out to the fam, wife and kids. You know what I'm saying? My OGs that I shoot pool with in my development. Kurt, Charlie, Ryan, Ed. I can't remember everybody's name, but I'm part of this old head group that we shoot pool every Friday. And
nice.
They shoot.
Are you actually good at it? I mean, are you getting better at it?
No, they shooters.
Oh,
They shooters. Yeah. So I blend in pretty well. My man DJ was there. I met DJ. I didn't know he knew Kirby and them, but DJ was there this weekend. I mean, this Friday we shooting up the street at Kirby crib. We go to like
nice.
4 different houses.
Ooh.
Yeah, that they shoot. Like it's like next week could be at Charles' house. Next week could be at Ed house. Next week.
Hey man,
that's
the pool sharks, man. You gotta watch yourself.
But
pool
cool
sharks.
because
Watch them.
It let me know how I'm getting old now.
Right, well, pool's a gentleman's sport, man. That's a gentleman's sport right there.
I'm gonna put a picture up so that I should, because we took a picture together at the end of the night, so we eat and all that stuff and had talk and stuff. They all basically Eagles fans. I'm like, me and Charles is the only Dallas fans, so it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, man.
Tell them to call up. Tell them to call up and come through.
Yeah, most definitely. And but that's the rest of my shot. What about yourself?
Hey, definitely, shout out to the friends and family, shout out to LaShawn and, the Freeman family, Paige, Miss Linda. Shout out to the Deltas out there. Shout out to Z. Also, shout out to Trent, of course. Trent is back up there on campus. Yep. Yeah, Trent's back up there on campus, man. They're growing up so fast. Shout out to Midnight. Midnight, where you at? Midnight! Oh, she's asleep. Man, Midnight's sleeping like she has like a 9 to 5 or something like that. Man, but Midnight is the best, yo. You are the best. You were so well behaved this weekend. Shout out to Dad. I'm not sure if he's traveling this weekend, but definitely safe travels. Also, shout out to Dr. Kyle, of course. He's also traveling back. Safe travels for him as well. SB Talk Sports. Mike Anderson, guys, we missed you today. Hopefully, we can get back on, next week and stuff like that. We can get it in again. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Other than that, everybody be, mentally safe, mentally aware out there, as the words of the great Dr. Kyle out there. Self-care is definitely a must. Do self-care Saturdays, self-care Sundays. Take care of yourself. Just stay mentally healthy out there.
Most definitely. So with that being said, we at In the Basement with Next Step In, your boy
K and the Jets. K at Kyle's house.
K at Kyle's. You know what I'm saying?
K and Kyle. These are my degrees, Kyle. These are my degrees.
For sure. All 5 of them. Bam, 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 bam.
Couldn't be prouder of you, Kyle. I'm always proud of you, man. But I'm perpetrating today.
He got to do it because he had the Jets jersey on in your room. I know you probably got Clorox and Febreze that room and wipe down Lysol. It's crazy, man.
In the words of the great Kevin Garnett, burn it. Yeah, in the words of the great, burn it. Yeah, but it's Versace though. I don't care if it's Versace, burn it. Burn it.
Yeah, but on behalf of In the Basement with Next Step and K, man, we appreciate y'all watching and listening. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't say
You're
that
almost
whole
there.
show, but yeah, y'all know what it is. We in the building. Peace.